We was just saying hashtag FFF. Fun Friday Fest.
Oh.
With our homeboy.
Yes,
and
Patrick
close
Riley's
friend.
in the house.
Patrick L. Riley.
Patrick L.
Author.
I'm sorry.
Producer.
Producer.
Hello, everybody.
Celebrity journalist extraordinaire.
Thrilled to be
Thrilled
here
to have you back.
with Tonya and Jay.
I
What's
love
up?
you.
It's a good time to be with you guys.
I love you.
So much is going on in the world, but you know, there's the love we have for each other, right?
Right,
digging
exactly.
That
Exactly.
sustains.
Oh, shit now.
While everything else is going on, we're like here, you know.
I'm here.
So we haven't seen you since the August book. I mean, it's been a lot going on, like you were saying. Sustains. I like that.
Yeah.
It's got some flow,
Yeah.
you know. So why don't you nudge us a little bit? Even though I got to catch up with my girl T. Stand by for a second,
Yeah,
Mr. Riley.
get tea in there.
Yeah, so what you doing? Getting your
Yeah,
iPad,
get the
trying to
iPad
get
set up.
lit up.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, bad angle, ball
Look, it was
spot
a
on.
busy week.
Oh, I know you and Gail was
Oh.
working.
Yes. Can we shout out one
Oh,
Miss
my-
Gail King?
Hashtag Gail King.
What's up, Gail?
She is.
Well, firstly, everybody's acting like Gail King just happened.
No.
Because
She's
of
been
an
on her
R.
grind.
Kelly
Yes.
interview. I produced her during the Oprah years, may I say.
Oh, you
Okay.
go.
So
Okay.
all of those amazing impressions during those years,
Yes.
including the road trip, I was a part of that. Gail has been amazing for a long
Yeah, Gail's been in the industry for,
time.
you know, she's not making that crazy salary just for giggles.
Yes. yes,
She,
yes.
she's getting
Wait a
worked on.
minute, you know her salary?
Well, it was reported a couple of times.
I know.
Well, you know, I'm an agent. I'm kind of in the mix.
You know the numbers.
I know the range.
The range.
Right.
The range.
They was rapping that there might be some shakeup in a good way over at CTM, as they call it,
Well,
right?
there's gonna be big shakeups everywhere.
They're paying attention.
They
They're
are.
paying
They
attention.
are.
And
They
that-
really are.
And that is the key. For Gail King, we need everybody to pay attention because she's got the goods.
Yeah.
She did her thing though.
Right. And she has support from a
Robert.
lot of people.
Robert.
Oh, I know. I saw this morning
Hashtag
on,
Robert.
on Rachel Ray. I was trying to catch the recipe because, you know, I wouldn't mind some chili dogs. Rachel knows how to throw down on some grub.
Yeah.
You can't be vegan up on her show.
No.
No.
Who's vegan? I ain't vegan.
Well, you know,
Nah.
everybody be throwing in a little extra.
Wait a
tail.
minute. I wanted to be. I was hoping if I came back, it'd be at Sylvia so I could get some chili.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that soon again.
Well, would you please have
Yes,
me back
definitely.
You know
when
what?
Definitely.
you're at Sylvia's?
Yes.
On the strength, I had everywhere's like no chitlins, no chitlins. I had the chitlins. They taste like sweet. They were sweet. They were sweet and meaty, so to speak. You know.
Is that
So-
good?
It was good.
They put sugar. Well, I'm sure they put sugar.
I don't know
in
if they
everything.
put honey or what. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what the recipe
They
was.
have sweet greens, sweet
but
cornbread,
they,
sweet potato
it,
salad.
It was if
That's
you was
kinda
a
their-
chitlin fan or not, and you down to do it, it you know, their chitlins is probably up there with their fried chicken.
It's worth the trip. It's worth the trip.
You might
No
want to
chitlins for you,
No,
Tonya?
No,
no.
she
But
wasn't feeling
I
it.
tried, and
She's through with the chitlins.
I'm from Savannah, Georgia, y'all. I told you I'm from the Bayou, or a version of the Bayou, the Coastal Empire.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we like things like that.
I think I did see you. Didn't you go home? You had this
I
big
went
feast.
home. I had they did a big hometown boy mixed good. And then they had me back. I spoke with the book for Summer 500, which is a big event with all these kids that they give summer work to in Savannah.
Okay.
They had me back at the Savannah Civic Center, the same place 30 years prior where I was the graduation speaker from my high school, West Forest High School.
Okay.
And I was back to encourage these junior and seniors in high school who had been doing this summer program to let them know this is where it begins, because it began for me in Savannah.
Empowering's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That giving back. Pay it
back.
forward. Pay it forward.
GB.
And to I let the kids know, let your like wild, like when my mom would say, turn that Diana Ross record off, or turn Oprah off, get your homework done. You
Right.
can't watch Oprah until you're done with. Let's just say I ended up attracting a career, 25 years of being with these women. So you sometimes have to hold on to your childish dreams, I say.
Well,
think
you
I
want to
still
hold
have 'em.
you want to hold on to your dreams. Childish,
Period.
teen, period. Correct. I believe.
I was definitely always, I still want to follow some things that I wanted as childhood.
we have time.
I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, you go
Well,
for it
what's the
like you got
problem?
the time.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm running out of time.
No,
Getting older.
But don't play that.
No, you
know what
can't
I'm
say
saying?
that. Right.
Did we just said, aren't they just discovering Gail King? Isn't
Yeah,
she
that's true. That's
50-something?
true. That's true.
Right,
You know that
so-
happened to Regina King too.
Okay. They weren't thinking Brenda was going to be the challenger that she has become.
No.
Regina from 227.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
we
weren't thinking that.
I don't know who they is, but they are. But
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely
She's been around.
She's something now, that's for sure.
You know, I was listening to Bradley the other day. I know we free flowing. I was listening to Bradley Cooper.
Yes.
You know, because I'm kind of a big fan of his as well.
I've still not seen A Star Is Born, though, by the way. I've still not
I haven't seen it either. You're not the only one.
See it.
Really?
Sounds odd.
I haven't found the time to. I'm going to, though.
I'm going to see it. No, it's not
I'm
like I don't.
it because I studied it. You know,
so talk about it.
And he plays the music in.
He rocks out his character Jackson. He shows, you know, what I like about the film. One, the soundtrack.
Beautiful soundtrack.
Yeah, incredible soundtrack.
Shout out to Gaga.
And two, what Bradley did with men. Like, he showed some vulnerability. I mean, he showed the vulnerability. Well, you didn't see it, but you got to see it. There's a crying scene. There's the brother scene, which I have an older brother, so I was kind of relating to that. There's, of course, the whole addiction to pills and and alcohol, and the embarrassment scene. You heard of that when he went up to the Grammys and kind of. Yes. So he shows that, that in today's world, men, if you come from the old school and you think you can't cry or you can't be, high or low or this, that, and the other, that you can do that. So I kind of like that new man. That thing he was showing.
The inclusivity. Well, now look, I've not seen it, but I know he also shows for the LGBTQIA, the drag queen, Shangela.
And he shows that in the scene. He did a lot of diversity because he did that scene, which was hot, actually, that whole singing in the drag bar. He did his own performances. Because there was a song. I don't want to give it away. I mean, I saw it a couple times, but I can't.
Well, as an analyst.
Wait a minute, how many times you saw it?
Right.
Probably like 3 times.
Wow.
I love it. I'm a big Bradley fan.
Wow.
Because the art speaks to me too.
Yeah.
He's in the moment. I know he didn't get the nod for best director, but I think he was in the moment. He was present.
That has happened for people in other skin. So we can't go out of our way to be like, oh, Bradley.
Oh, no. I was not even near
He's
there.
still hot. Bradley is hot.
And you want to watch it because Gaga's kind of, emotional too. And that chemistry is undeniable. But I thought it was a good flick. But I was listening to him and he was talking about in his early days in Philadelphia when he would sit and watch the soap operas with, with his mom. He was like, I watched I watched this, I watched Oprah, and I was just connecting it with you. It's like you connect those satellites in your mind, however it works.
Yes.
And look where he's become. Look where you've become. It's not end all. I know it's like get your homework done before you eat.
Can I tell you pre-VCR?
Oh, okay.
When Mama, who she was an Air Force wife, so she chose when she did a little part-time something here and there. Chose it. She chose it.
Right.
On those days when in the summer months when she didn't see her stories and there was no VCR to set, Patrick, what happened? And I said, okay, Mom, this is what happened to
exactly.
Miss Chancellor did this. Victor did this. So really, my mom was shaping. My mom, I say this, it's in the book.
Right.
She raised her boys to love them stories.
Yes.
A lot of people do.
Yes.
I was.
My brother has called me, and he's a great guy, but he's called me from behind bars to say. This is me picking up the line.
Did you say behind bars?
Behind bars. I'm picking up the line. He goes, I'm like, will you accept the charges? I'm like, yes, I will. and I'm accepting it because I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, you saw what Victor Newman did today.
Yes. He is still kicking.
Still.
Love
we're not the closest brothers, but the soaps will bring us together.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm not the closest brother either. But that's funny.
It's
real
funny, right?
Yeah.
Mama raised her boys right.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I love all my children, the Young and the Restless too, and all the other ones that canceled before.
All that are left.
Yes.
Those actors have been on those soaps. They got some serious careers going.
They do.
Yeah, they grew up on the soap.
They got big Hollywood homes.
For sure.
We
should shout out Christophe St. John.
Oh my God! God
an
bless.
icon for people of color in the soap opera world. He helped establish the Black family with Victoria Rowell
Yes.
and Young and the Restless that still exists today.
Yeah.
Right.
The Winters.
Yes, the Winters family.
And
yes.
so we just owe him such a debt, and I wish he had found that light again after his son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he never
committed
found it.
suicide,
I'm
but
so
he never
sorry.
did.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But he is an icon to this world
Oh,
of which
yeah.
we speak.
I mean, we've known him ever since he was a kid. He was one. What?
Remember-
Was it Silver Spoons?
He was in that little show with Flip Wilson and
yeah,
Gladys Knight.
Exactly. That show
was
first.
competing with the Cosby
Right,
Show.
exactly.
He was a little boy on a show called Sister Sister that Maya Angelou
Yes.
did.
Yes.
And it was a teleplay that she directed with Diane Carroll and Rosalind Cash and Irene Cara. And he was the son of Rosalind Cash.
Okay, so-
and Richard Hook.
He must
Robert
have
Hooks.
he must have made appearances on Silver Spoon.
Oh,
I think so.
He must have.
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause I remember
Alfonso
seeing him,
Ribeiro
yeah.
was the main.
Yes.
But I'm certain he was in
But
all
I
those
remember
shows.
him as a kid myself. I was like, oh, he's
like
cool,
little,
yeah.
like a little
Yeah,
kid, right?
little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, God bless him and the whole family.
That's what's so funny. Sometimes, you hear about diversity and you hear about the Black Panther and you hear about this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But when you really check out some of the history of Hollywood, I mean, the Diane Carrolls, the first, there's some ceilings that were broken. I mean, even
Absolutely.
Halle Berry and,
for what she had to do and the colorism that people associated
Who,
with.
Halle?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was still something that goes in the record books.
Yeah.
Because no Black woman from Diane Carroll to Dorothy Dandridge to Diana Ross could get the Oscar, or Cicely Tyson even,
Right.
could get that Oscar that they all deserved.
Right.
And
Right.
so so what do we do to have a Black woman get an Oscar? Well, that's what Halle did.
Yeah.
And it counts.
Right.
It definitely counts.
It counts.
And Denzel, but it's just saying that there is some history,
Oh, yeah.
and you got to know it and be about it.
So what you got here?
So, this book unpacks a
This
lot
is
of that.
history. Yeah.
That's what Friends are for, and the women who inspired me. And I've, been here a couple of times to talk about it, but it's just what we're talking about. It really looks at these amazing Black women who so often get undersold in the Hollywood game. And because I have always admired many of them as a child, some of them I met along the way. They're not that old, right?
Right.
But the reality is they don't get sung. So, we often talk about the unsung.
Yes,
Right.
And so this really was my opportunity to not only tell how these women were a refuge for me, this little Black gay boy from Savannah, Georgia, but to also tell them that these women were here. Like, if anybody wanted to excuse them from the record,
Right.
I'm here to tell you no. They were here, I was here, and I can tell you that we were here together,
Right.
and it was amazing. It was amazing, And
So what we have?
we have Janet Jackson.
Who's actually starting the show in Vegas, I hear.
I will be there the
Oh!
first weekend.
Okay, what's
May
the dates on
17th,
it?
May 17th through the 19th is
she's
the
doing a
weekend I'm
quick
going to be there.
run.
But
Okay.
that's her that's the launch weekend, but I think she's got like 15 to 20 dates
got a small
that
date.
will go through July.
Oh, okay.
That will kind of sprinkle through July, including Memorial Day weekend. And
Are they
all of
test running it just to see?
that. No, she's coming all out. It's been rebranded, or the tour is branded Metamorphosis.
Okay.
Okay.
So how that will look different from State of the World, which was the tour that she brought back last year.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But guess what? I'm going to be there and I'll come back and tell you about it.
yeah,
Unless
yeah,
we'll all be there
exactly.
together.
I hope so.
You should call in.
Oh, but wait a minute. A tie-in. The book. My number one diva is Miss Diana Ross.
Yeah.
My birthday's November 19th.
Okay.
So it wasn't on the
Happy
tour,
belated.
Yeah.
but I happened to be in Vegas to see her residency at the Wynn.
Okay.
And I was able to gift her with
The
the
book.
book.
Oh,
And you can pull it up on
nice.
Facebook, and as I'm handing it to her, and I found out from her daughters that she loves it,
Uh-huh.
but I'm handing it to her because, Miss Ross could have thrown it back at me.
Yeah.
She could have thrown it into the wind.
Yeah, but she loves
took
you.
it, she looked, she saw that I had written it to her, and she says, for me.
Yes.
And
That's
she
awesome.
received it, and it was like a moment.
That
it
is-
was a moment.
Yeah.
That is a moment.
So I know Oprah, I know I've sent it to Oprah, I haven't gotten word back yet.
Well, you know how books
But
sometimes.
Diana,
Yeah.
it might have gotten lost in the sauce.
Right.
I gave it to Miss Ross.
Oh my God, that's
directly.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
And she received it lovingly, and so much so that Gerald Albright was in the audience, the saxophonist, right?
Yeah.
He comes up. He says, "Man, what did you hand her? That made her night."
Really?
That's what, he's outside looking in, not even knowing what I handed her, but he saw her expression.
Face? Yeah,
That's flavor.
Man, tell me what you just gave her. That made her night. And so I gave Gerald Albright a copy.
Oh, look at that.
In the moment.
Look at that.
He was like, I want what she got.
Yes.
I want that buzz.
So tell us about the book again. So for people that don't know what
it's That's
all
What Friends Are
about.
For and the Women Who Inspired Me. So it's part memoir, part entertainment diary. So, I'm born in 1970 in Japan. And we had that military background.
We're Air Force
Japan,
guys.
Germany,
Yes,
California.
exactly.
Daddy had us all over the place.
Yes.
But during those times, really, I felt like being a different little boy than other little boys. The one thing that kind of kept me joyful when they were telling me not to walk that way or talk that way, were these ladies, on the screen. It's Lola Falana, it's Diana Ross, it's Diane Carroll. They were the ones who gave me that sense that I could push through. Now, I didn't know that I would attract a career that would have me have a chance to meet all of these women, but I did.
Yes, you did.
And 25 years in, I was able to, through Dorby Books, unpack all of that into a book that is chapters of all of these amazing, primarily black women who have done amazing things that have been celebrated, but I'm not just celebrating the celebrated, I'm celebrating those who haven't been celebrated. So I'm celebrating Diana Ross, but I'm celebrating Cheryl Pepsi Riley too. Y'all remember her?
Yes, I like
yeah.
Thanks for my child.
Right. Wait a minute, there was another one. Hold on.
Well, look, that's the only one I know. You tell me. But she went on to do amazing things. She went on to be a voice for many of Tyler Perry's movies where he's had women in the movies who didn't sing.
Right.
The voice was Cheryl Pepsi Riley.
Speaking of Tyler Perry, he did a great job the other night. He was hosting that Aretha Franklin
Aretha
trip.
Oh, yeah,
Franklin.
he did.
Yeah.
I was so thrilled with that.
Yeah,
And
so was I.
happy that the Grammys were acknowledging her.
Right.
When we were together last. There was the question of, how will we continue to honor her legacy? And the Grammys stepped in and made that happen. Black Girls Rock stepped in,
Right.
made it happen.
Exactly.
What? MTV stepped in, didn't do it so well. Remember that was Madonna talking about herself.
Right.
She talked about herself.
Crickets. I'm doing crickets.
Right.
So there are some who are getting it right, and some who haven't gotten it right. But I was happy to see Tyler lead all of those great
That was fun.
new artists, old artists.
Yeah.
Celebrate that.
Have you worked with
amazing-
Patti LaBelle? I mean,
Absolutely.
Oh,
You
okay.
have?
I've interviewed her.
Okay.
I have when I interviewed her, my this moment I mentioned in the book, I was scheduled to interview her for the Oprah show on the day that Gerald Levert died.
Okay.
I will never forget it because I'm en route and then I'm being told by my assigning producer, hey, Gerald Levert was her dear friend, which I knew. I would have known that. I connected the dots, but he said, we know you're on the route. We don't know how she's feeling with this news. But I got there. Miss Patti received me.
Where were you? Hollywood or
in Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly. Okay.
Yeah, so I was en route to the house. I actually, because I live in Jersey, I was driving there. It was a quick trip.
Right.
And got there. She received me. She took me into the kitchen. We had collard greens and potato salad before we started the interview.
Did she cook it?
It was her. It's like, and I don't know if it was like fresh, or if it was like leftovers. But let me tell you, it was tasty.
I'm sure it was.
Maybe even if it was leftovers, it was tasty the next time.
The next day is better than the first day. Anyway,
Yes. We sat down. She had on her Versace boots. I happened to have on Versace shoes that day. That particular day I had on. So she's like, I love those shoes. I'm like, I love those boots. I was like, who did yours? She's a Versace. I said, he did mine. So that was a little giggle we had. We talked through what I was there to interview her on, and then I saved the reference to Gerald for last. And I said, well, we lost someone today, the industry, the world. Right. And she says, oh, my friend Gerald. And she just went in and gave me a beautiful tribute to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we wrapped, she was on her way to the local Philadelphia radio station to do, whatever they were requesting of her to speak on his behalf. So that's like my little personal, like Patti and I shared that news together.
Oh, wow.
You know, in a sense.
Yeah.
And that's a big loss. I love Gerald Levert.
Me too.
Yeah.
I moved into my dorm room on some of his songs.
I don't remember.
Baby, hold on to me.
When it happened. I don't remember the date. But I don't remember the date, Gerald. I know the person, but I don't remember the date.
Yeah, I don't remember the date, but I was working and I was.
It's been a couple years, though.
It's been a few.
It's been a minute.
Because you remember then his brother died.
Yeah.
So, Daddy is still alive,
Daddy's
lost his sons within 10 months of each other.
Exactly,
That was Sean Levert, who was the next son to die.
Gerald, what was that? What group was he? The Four Seasons?
Levert.
Right.
Levert?
Yeah.
Now, the dad is an OJ.
OJ.
Yes, yeah.
That is.
So, and everybody's asking, like, even as we're like waxing for 3 minutes on Gerald Levert, they're like, what about the men who inspired me? When are you going to do that?
Well,
and I don't know.
Second book.
It could be.
Well, you don't even have to do that. You can still go with the women of today. You have, what's her name from Black Panther? Lakita?
Yeah.
Lupita.
Lupita.
Yeah.
Lupita's in this one. I already have her.
Oh,
She's already in there. Yeah. Because I talk about the starlets. I do talk
That's
about
a snack.
I have a
love
chapter
it.
on the starlets because you know what? Let's just think about it. I mean, some of the starlets of yesterday where we might.
And you got Tracy Ross?
You better
right-
know. She's
Yeah.
on the
Right
cover.
there.
Okay, and you
Tracy
got
Ellis Ross.
the
and her sister Rhonda, because people often forget
Right.
that Rhonda, the daughter of Diana and Barry,
Right.
is also a jazz singer.
Okay.
She travels globally. She travels with her mom sometimes on summer tours, and a beautiful spirit, and who lives right here in
Tracy's
Harlem.
father?
Bob Silverstein.
Is it? Yeah,
And
but did he
Bob-
raise her? Because
Well,
every time she looks at Gordon, it's like a magic connection.
Well, you know what it is? Bob is the dad who raised Rhonda, Tracy, and Chutney. Because that was the one that Diana married, and that's who she was with.
I got you.
And so that's Bob is
That's fact.
Rhonda's dad.
Okay.
Period. You know what I mean? Now, when Rhonda discovered that Barry was her dad, and not discovered, but was told at the right appropriate time on the set of The Last Dragon. Do you want to know that tea?
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah,
You remember The Last Dragon?
Yes, I remember The Last Dragon. Give me the tea.
So as I'm told, Suzanne DePass, who's Rhonda's godmother,
The past
Diana's
told you?
best friend, Suzanne DePass. No, I'm not
I
saying
love
who
her.
told me.
I love her.
Yeah. Don't
But
say.
it was on the set of Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, where it was kind of like, Rhonda's 12.
Right.
And it was all brought together. Not Uncle BB, but your dad.
That's heavy.
And it filled in some of the blanks that had come up along the way, but it just wasn't the time to tell it. And so once that happened, Rhonda wasn't devastated. She was exhaling, as she has shared publicly.
Right.
That she kind of understood why she looked different than the sisters, shorter than the other sisters.
And darker.
Darker,
Yeah.
all that is.
Yeah.
Different hair, that stuff. But it's all just a love fest now. And we'll see.
And got that Motown deal.
And we'll see them on Motown 60. They taped.
When is that?
That's April 21st.
And they cut out
taped
MJ.
it. They just didn't include him as prominently. It's
Okay, that's a nice
because
way
he's
of
cut
putting
out
it.
because he wouldn't, he couldn't do what he did on Motown 25 because he's not here to do
Because he
that.
killed it on the 25. He just
Yes,
destroyed it on
yes,
25.
yeah,
That was one
yes,
of those things you see
yes.
3 or 4 times too.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
He
But-
destroyed it.
But Motown, the legacy, with or without MJ, is still alive. But he will be present in clips and things like that.
Oh, you have to.
Well, he's a part of the history, but
He's a
you
big
have to
part of that history
determine
right there.
who's going to perform, who are we going to focus on,
How we going to rate? Who's producing it? Where's the cash flow? Blah, blah, blah.
when is Leaving Neverland coming out?
Yeah. Let's space it out. Exactly.
We're so old and jaded, right? All of us.
I'm not old. We fine wine.
But we're jaded.
Yes,
we are
we're
jaded.
fine wine. That's exactly what we are.
Because I'm following
We're
Jay.
insiders, you
I'm
know?
following Jay to a T.
We're insiders in this industry, so you gotta.
Well, may I say though, just to
Absolutely.
give you a preview, Miss Ross is going to let the children have it. I was not there, but I have people who were in the house.
Okay.
She did not want, I'm told, a Supremes reunion because they tried that. They
Yeah,
tried
for
it. It
years
didn't
they've been
work.
trying. For
Mary was in the
years.
audience. They said hi. Everything's good.
Everything's okay.
But we're not doing a staged moment. But Miss Ross will do Theme from Mahogany. She'll do a tribute to her Lady Sings the Blues Oscar-nominated role. She'll do Good Morning Heartache. And then she will do something really special. My Man. which is a Billie Holiday song that she has made famous over these years. And she's going to do that as a tribute to Barry. And as she does it in the audience to him face to face, y'all are going to see it. This isn't a scene spoiler because you got to see it to get the full effect.
Right.
There's Rhonda and Raif.
Okay.
Rhonda's kid, the grandkid who introduced her at the Grammys.
So this is in the can.
In the can and ready to go on April 21st.
Okay,
Wow.
they probably just had to snip around.
The grandkid got
and
spunked.
she's got enough clout to say, you know what, I love you, Mary, but you don't have to. Basically, we're gonna have to shade you.
Oh.
I can't say she said it, but let's just say Mary was in the audience, not on the stage.
Right.
They've been shading
she
Jen
had-
for years.
but you know what?
though.
She
They
gets a
ain't
check.
just
She gets
But
a
she
check.
gets, and she, you know,
She gets a check. And you know what? She, you know, whatever.
She's a great lady.
The history speaks for itself.
yeah.
We
She got
We
her
gotta
time.
take a super fast break. I gotta take a break, right?
Okay, yes.
We're gonna have somebody join us who's empowering. Shout yourself out real quick, and then you throw us the break.
So Patrick Riley, I'm the author of That's What Friends Are For on the Women Who Inspired Me, and we got to talk about my new show.
Yes, we
the
definitely,
Happy Hour.
yes.
So a little later we'll talk about the Happy Hour. You can check us out at the Happy Hour Talk Show, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're premiering on April 8th. So we want you to be a part
And
of
where?
that.
Where can we?
That's going to be
on.
on Facebook Watch, and
Okay.
it's on the Happy Hour Talk Show page.
Okay.
At the Happy Hour Talk Show page.
Okay.
You
Roger
can
that.
get all in, and it is a multicultural view.
Well,
All
you
right,
better
we'll talk
light
about
it
that,
up.
yeah.
We got Dee coming up. Dee Dawkins Hagler. She's going to talk a little bit about this cheating college
Oh,
scam,
yes,
which
yes.
happened in Georgia.
Yes.
She's also doing an empowering thing, a big event in New York on Monday and Tuesday. So you might be able to connect and chat with her. And everything's happening, right? Hashtag FFF.
Hashtag.
Right.
What's
TJ
the
always on.
FF for again?
What was it?
Fab.
Fabulous Friday Fest. It's shaking and baking as we go along.
And we'll be right back.
Hit the music.
We'll be right back.
2 minutes.
So you want me to lay out my finest linen, rendezvous, queen skin in this red robe, baby, don't hide this feeling, 'cause I know what you love, rose petals in the tub, late night back rub, late night make love, fever rising. Rising high, let me get your fever. Rising, rising high. So you want me to lay out my finest linen? So you want me to lay out my finest linen? With that love sex radio on and you invited, feel it. Boy, I know what you love. One look, one touch, my energy on you like fever. Fever rising, rising high. Let me get your fever.
Hey, we're back. Hey, we're back with Patrick Riley. I don't have my headsets on.
We don't have headsets on.
I hope the audio was great. That's what I hope. The audio was great.
The audio is pristine.
Okay. So listen, you're doing a talk show, podcast?
Yeah, there's this wonderful new show I've been cast in. I'm simply talent. It's called the Happy Hour Talk Show.
Okay.
And this is executive produced by Kendrell Bowman and Anthony Wayne. Do you know those are the guys that brought those wonderful off-Broadway shows like the One Man Show? Well, it's not a one-man show, but it's about Sylvester.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they have a show about Phyllis Hyman. And then they do these wonderful showcases, Kings of Soul, Queens of Soul. And so this is their first foray into talk. And so what this show is, it's called the Happy Hour Talk Show. We shoot once a month, about 4 or 5 shows we get out of that are, we put in the can, kind of on the Red Table Talk tip in the sense that they're like 20 to 30 minute episodes.
Right.
And it's a panel show. Gay guys, but a diverse group of gay guys. So it's Kendrell Bowman, who is a theater producer.
Do I have a picture?
Oh, there is a picture.
Yeah, I did.
There's Mr. David Hand, who's an amazing white model who just became a model like 2-3 years ago. He comes from advertising. We've got Derek, who is an amazing guy who works in the community world. We've got Jay Beauchamp, who is a former background singer-dancer for Mariah and J-Lo, who's now doing a lot of work in the organizational sphere, but he brings that Dominican spice, if you will.
We like it.
And then I'm there, in my role. People said, as the view goes, who are you, Whoopi or this one or that one? I'm like, I'm all of them. Are you Star? I'm like, I'm everybody.
Yeah, so who's who?
Okay, so here we go. We've got Mr. David Hand. We've got Kendrell Bowman. We've got Patrick Riley. We've got Derek. We've got Jay Beauchamp. And we are the Happy Hour guys.
Happy Hour, yes.
And our show
Very
is
handsome.
at the Happy Hour Talk Show. Shout out to Melba with Melba's Restaurant in Harlem.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She's our backdrop for the show. So we do 3 to 4 episodes a month that will run weekly. We premiere.
Well, we want to go
April
there.
8th. We'd love to maybe have you as a special guest on the Happy Hour Talk Show.
I would love to come. Make sure my drink is there for me, please.
And they pour those drinks, and I'm a little diva because we have a Lambda vodka as a sponsor. I don't drink vodka.
Well, I do.
So they pour a Prosecco for me.
I like a Prosecco.
And it's cute. That's right.
Put a splash of vodka in the Prosecco.
No, vodka doesn't agree with me.
But I like that white turtleneck.
Thank you very much. So we had a wonderful, we're just getting started, but I feel like it's a great time to do talk, much like you guys are doing. We're giving ourselves permission. You know, there used to be a time. We come from the time where you wait to be green lighted, validated.
Right. Now you just do it.
You just do it and build it, and they will come.
Right.
Hello?
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
This is my three-peat on Tonya Jay, although it was the ish before, but we're not going to talk about it.
No, we can talk about that.
We love that.
I love the rebranding, but I loved what it was, but I love that we can bring the ish into what is where are we now?
The soul hasn't moved, just the name.
Just the name, exactly. We're still talking the ish
So
now.
what's the empowerment event, which sounds just drop dead?
Well, I'm so excited, with the book happening, I'm still being invited to things. And so I'm excited to be a part of Women Empowerment Sistar Summit and the 7th annual Women Empowerment event at Town Stages on Sunday. That's an all-day networking event with powerful women, and what is a first for this event? This is a 7th annual event. The first time they're going to actually have an all-male panel.
All right, so that's super exciting, right? Because it's an all-male panel.
Yes.
And I want you to talk directly to Dee, who's just joining us.
Hey, Dee.
Because we are talking about empowering panels, and I know she has one as well. So why don't we cross-talk this banner? Hey, Dee, what's happening?
How are you?
I'm well. Everything is everything.
Everything is everything. She's in what they call the 6th borough, Miami.
Oh, yeah. It's an extension, New York extension.
It is, isn't it? Sound like she's underwater, though.
Dee, this is Patrick. I understand you will be in a Women Empowerment Way come Monday, Tuesday here in New York. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Tell us more about it.
Okay, great. So basically, the United Nations hosts an event every year. It's called the Commission on the Status of Women. And during that 2 weeks, different people hold panels throughout the city. And so one of the ones that I'm hosting is going to be on empowerment of women and girls through strategic partnerships and innovation. And so we're just going to talk about different ways that we can come together and empower our young girls to be the best as they can be. And women.
D, where are you? Hold on, D, where are you?
Yeah.
We gonna
Y'all
have
not hear me?
we gotta call you back. The connection's bad. Give us 1 second. Let's do a redial.
Okay.
Disconnect. We're gonna call you right back.
Well, I think it's going to be you know what? Every year is the year of the woman. And I am so proud as a man to be able to, through this book and just through how I'm feeling organically, to be able to do programs and events that celebrate women. And my black women. May I just put it out there unabashedly and unapologetically?
Yeah, you're going to have to because you are
it's
black.
just important. Well, you know, I mean, look, I'm inspired by many a white women.
All right, she's lit.
Okay.
But keep going.
But I'm going to save that for another book.
Yes.
That'll be the third book.
Yes.
Right. After I do
Right.
some black men, I might do some white women because I do love
Well, I
my
love
white
all people.
women. But I just really feel like now is the time for us to put a spotlight of compassion and understanding and leveling up on black women. And so it's a little bit of why I wrote the book. It's a little bit of why I've extended the book tour to accept all these invitations to do these women's empowerment events because it's important.
What do you think about that, D? You back with us?
I am back. Can you hear me
you
now?
sound much better.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So,
okay, great.
So Patrick L. Riley's written a couple of books. Actually, one's called "That's What Friends Are For," that celebrates black women. And you, as an African American woman who's doing a lot for black women and other women and young girls, tell us about how maybe the collaboration came about with your projects, and then you could jump in, Pat.
Okay, so great. So I'm glad that you're doing that book. So this collaboration is in conjunction with the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women. And so every year for 2 weeks, women come together from around the world to convene in different places, mostly New York, to talk about issues pertaining to women and girls. And so the panel that I've put together, it has women from all walks of life who are specialists in their areas to talk about how we can use strategic partnerships and innovation to help women get to the next level or to protect our girls.
In what ways? And tell us quick, like, what's your strategy and
what's the main topic that you all discuss?
So we're going to have several topics. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We're going to talk about economic development.
Okay.
We have someone coming in from the college SACs, who, the people who accreditate you, your colleges and universities, to talk about those things. We're going to have people come in who are business owners, people coming in who are attorneys, those who are elected officials. We're going to run the gamut of different people coming in to help tell people how to use partnerships, strategic partnerships, to protect our women and girls. So sometimes we don't realize that even in our everyday walk of life, what we're doing may be a vehicle to help someone who's in need, like a woman and girl, to get her to the next level.
Right.
We got to break them ceilings. We got to break them. Like we were talking earlier about just women, like you didn't, like we were saying, everybody didn't know where Regina King was going with. We all know Oprah. We all know some of the headliners, but we kind of forgot about the women from 227, the Gyan Carol, et cetera.
The one who's been grinding.
I made sure in this book, in my book, That's What Friends Are For, and the women who inspired me, that I did a book on the creatives, the behind-the-scenes creatives, because so many of them have come up. Ava DuVernay, Mara Brock Akil, who have been showrunners,
right,
creating that. Shonda Rhimes, all that looks like. We need more. We need to write about it.
Right.
We hear about it in social media, Shondaland, all that looks like. But I wanted to really put it on the record and have it in the Library of Congress.
You're from Georgia. Yes. Dee's from Georgia too, right?
Hey.
Dee's from Lithonia. I can't pronounce it.
I live in Lithonia, Georgia, which is the suburbs.
Yes, it is. And
Atlanta.
D, my sister.
DeKalb County.
My sister lives in Lithonia, so I pop off of Panola Road.
Hey,
many times.
I used to live in Clarkston. off of the East Ponce de Leon.
Family, yeah. I used to represent that area in the Georgia General Assembly. So, and I actually live off Panola Road too. So,
Panola.
What's your sister's name?
Janice
Brownsville.
Riley Priester is my sister's name, and she's a judge's judge assistant at the Fulton County.
Is she? Oh, it's Fulton County.
A Clark College grad. It was
Okay.
Clark
Is she a
College.
sorority?
then.
Is she a sorority?
No, it's so ironic that you'd ask that, but no.
Okay, because I know D sorority and D probably knows.
D, what sorority may I
She's
ask?
Delta, right?
that would be Delta.
That's right. I saw that red when I saw you.
What chapter? When did you cross? Or look, I'm asking all.
I pledged in 1992 at South Carolina State University.
Hey, South Carolina State, the blue and orange.
But I used to teach at Clark Atlanta University.
Okay, good.
Oh,
back
wow.
in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yes.
All in the family.
My dad went to Clark.
Oh, I love it.
He's Omega.
Yes.
But he's an old guy. He's like 90.
He's a dirty dog.
He's seasoned.
He's a dirty dog.
A dirty dog.
Anyway, where's your event gonna be? We gonna have to crash
Yes,
this
I'm
part.
glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that. And she said a dirty dog. Okay, so this is being located.
Well, don't get Tonya started because she's gonna start saying all. We got 4.5 minutes, guys. Let's smoke this baby. So where's the spot? You got
Okay, it's going to be located at the Church Center for the United Nations. That's 777 First Avenue, 44th Street. So that's directly across the street, catty-corner to the United Nations. And if you hear all that noise behind me, that's because I'm at a Top Ladies of Distinction conference.
Oh.
I'm a delegate for my chapter. So I'm in every black women's organization there is.
Yeah, I see.
The top ladies are turned.
Yes, I see.
Yes.
Tell everybody hello from Tonya Jay and Always
and
On.
tell us how we can get in touch with you on social media.
Yes, and wait a minute. But it's Monday. It's Monday. It's this Monday, March 18th. So I gave you the location, but the date, Monday, March 18th, 10:30 to noon is my panel. 10:30 to noon. It's free of charge. Tell everybody that you know, come out. And, you know, if you have something constructive to give to this dialogue, we would love to hear you ask questions or give input. 10:30 to noon, Monday, March 18th at the Church Center for the United Nations. And they can go on Eventbrite and just type that in, Empowerment for Girls, United Nations, and it'll pop up. It's going to be one of the few workshops that will pop up on Eventbrite.
Okay, you go, girl.
And how can they, and if they can't get in touch with you, if they can't do invite, how can they get in touch with you social media?
Well, they can go to D-E-E Dawkins, DAWKINS-HAIGLER, D Dawkins Hagler on Facebook. Same thing on, did you get that? Then D Dawkins Hagler on Twitter. And then if they just type in my name, D Dawkins Hagler, they can find me also on Instagram. So that's how they can find me.
All right,
D,
girl.
thank you. It's always a pleasure with you. Can't wait to see you again.
Thank you.
Well, you might have to
Thank
see you on
you.
Monday. I'm going to have to crash this event. And Patrick, we're going to, D, do your thing. Have fun in Miami.
Have fun, girl.
Thanks for the shout out.
Patrick, you should come and be on the panel, Patrick.
Well then let's
Okay.
I'm gonna follow up with you if I can get your
Soon as
information.
you
I'm
said
gonna send you a
that,
note.
Ding,
Okay,
ding,
take
the
care.
brother was
Yes,
interested.
Yes, bang, 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 bang.
All of y'all
You
can
got
come.
my
Everybody
attention.
can come.
You know,
Okay.
you got to be in the book, girl.
I'm coming.
You had me at D. You had me at D.
Georgia people represent.
That's right.
All right.
I'm not a peach, but hey, I lived there for like 7 years.
Oh yeah, you know.
I was
it's
at
in your spirit.
WGNX.
That's 46.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, girl. I'll
Thank
connect you
you
and Patrick for sure. Peace.
gone. She
She
left.
got to go.
Awesome.
All right, Mr. Eggplant, fancy jacket
Yes.
wearing. You looking good,
Wait a
looking
minute.
smooth.
Thank
How
you.
can you talk about somebody? Look at that.
I mean, come on.
Go ahead, tie it up. Tie it up.
Oh, no. I'm just doing my thing.
But you're doing
yeah,
it
yeah,
well.
yes.
And doing it well.
Yes, okay.
Doing it well.
Miss,
Well,
Mr.
thank you.
Showman, check out your shoes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
All right.
Represent.
All right.
Well, you know,
All right, Red.
I play
Okay.
TV well.
Yes.
I do the game.
You play TV
He's
on
been
And
playing
movie.
the game. for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, I
Oh,
do
my
the
God.
game.
He's been playing the game.
Shout out.
Bradley's is one of his muses. Bradley, Mr. Bradley Cooper. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Michael Ovitz,
Yes.
Michelle Obama.
Oh, we love her.
You gotta
We
love her.
love
You got
her.
Bam in the book.
I have Michelle. You mean what do you call
Michelle.
Obama.
her?
M.O.
I reference her in the book. I don't have a picture with her. I have a picture with her husband.
Part 2.
No, that's what got me right there.
But she's in the book, and her husband told me at the Legends Ball,
Oh,
I've never
sugar
been
now.
afraid to espouse the praises of black women, and somehow I felt like the same
He has
way.
a bomb picture on you with
It's wherever it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I repurpose it. President's Day,
Yes,
Obama's
yeah, there you
birthday.
go.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
right
Clinton's
now.
birthday,
Yes.
Trump's birthday.
with him.
Happy birthday to our
know.
president. We're going to lock you in for Monday with D.
Okay.
I'm going to connect you. You
Make that
coming?
happen.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I'll
if
be
I'm
there.
going to make it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be ghost, but I'm
available.
going to make sure
I'm
y'all
available.
get there.
All right, yeah, we'll be there.
I'd
You
love
know,
to go.
10 o'clock,
Monday.
10:30, you know, get on the panel, do your thing, shout out your book.
I'd
It's
love
going to
to
be a
go.
great collab. That's what we do in this
Yeah,
business,
that's what we
right?
do.
So shout yourself out. How much
Yeah,
time we
we
got?
got
We got a
about-
minute 30.
Hey,
Yeah.
y'all, check out my book, That's What Friends Are For, and the Women Who Inspired Me. My pre-order buyers were so great. They showed up and showed out, but now everybody can get the book. It's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, where all books are sold. So just look it up, Patrick L. Riley. That's What Friends Are For, and the Women Who Inspired Me. You can follow me on all the social media, Patrick.Riley. That's Instagram, Paterack, Twitter, and
That's
Patrick.
great. Paterack.
Riley.
Black Paterack.
Do you know that nickname came from our former boss, Geraldo Rivera?
Really?
Really?
He named me that before there was any kind of social media in '95.
What?
He said, Paterack. It was every day he'd come in and say, Paterack.
Shout out
And
to
then-
GR.
Shout out to GR. And then I needed to do, I needed to come up with an email. Patrick Riley was taken for Hotmail
Okay.
at the time.
Yeah, hot.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
So,
God.
guess what it
MSN.
was? Paterack at
Paterack.
Hotmail. And you can still get me at Paterack at Hotmail.
Really? That's
Yeah.
still up?
It's
That's
still
still
up.
up?
You checking
It's
it?
still up, and I do check it.
What? I
So you got an event on a Sunday and Monday.
And this Sunday, I'm a part of this wonderful 7th annual Women Empowerment event that's going to take place at Town Stages, 221 West Broadway. It's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The panel's around 1 p.m. And the tickets range in terms of what you can get, but it's filled with great networking, hors d'oeuvres, dessert, and all those kinds of things, depending on how much you pay. And so it's really a day for women and the men who align with them to really come and network and see what we can do that Dee's going to do on Monday.
Right.
We're going to do it on Sunday.
Okay.
And then you're going to repeat it on Monday.
And
if
then it
things work
sounds
out.
like there's going to be a repeat.
I think you're in.
This is what we're talking
This
about.
is what I can do.
Okay.
I
All right.
can secure
I
those
live.
deals.
It's
All
a deal.
right. It's a deal.
Hey, so we got to
So
get
shout
them
them out.
Here.
You
Yes.
do. So we got self-love next week
Oh, okay.
with Dr. Samantha. We got to figure out what's your schedule. I know your baby boy got some hoops
we
going
got
on.
hoops. Yeah, my son is playing with Hoop Kings.
Shout out to Nas.
Team. Shout out to Hoop Kings.
Go.
Shout out to Hoogie.
Definitely.
I know he's
Our
eating
first game is
pizza.
tomorrow.
Oh,
at
congrats.
7. We got to be there at 7 o'clock. So that's why I drove
7
in.
a.m.?
7 a.m.
All right, we gotta
First
get
game
you
is
out the door.
9.
No
Yes.
extra hour. No, I'm teasing.
No, we don't have the big group. You missed it last week. We had a party up in there.
It was crunk. No cake.
No cake.
No
No
cake.
cake diva.
You know what?
Wait a
Well-
minute. Shout out to Cake Diva. It was her birthday. Shout out to Cake
happy
Diva.
birthday.
No. Her birthday's May 18th.
What?
Yeah,
Cake Diva.
that I know.
Is it your birthday? Hit us up now.
That
What's
I
up,
know.
Mike?
You should
Mike
know.
Sargent.
That
Hey,
I know.
Sargent. Your deep,
I don't
sexy
know
voice.
a whole heck of a lot, Paterack,
But that.
but there are a few things I'll take to the bank.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I shouted her all out on Facebook.
Well, we can
and
still have a
everything.
shout out. Maybe she's changing her number.
Well,
You know how we do.
I
If
don't
Miss
know.
Ross can celebrate her
Empowering.
75th all year long,
Exactly.
then
There
the
you
Cake
go.
Diva can have 2 days.
There you go. There you go.
That's what. Yeah, just keep making cakes, girl. Happy birthday to me.
Yes.
We be
right.
seeing y'all.
Yes, well, we're going to be out of here.
And we OUT
O-U-T.
on
Hey,
hashtag FFF.
nah, okay, you got that down yet?
I
Friday
won't
Fest.
ask you.
Okay, we're going to ask hashtag TJ always on. Find us on iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, I'm sorry, and all the other social media. Just look us up.
We're
Always
across the
on
board.
with Tonya and Jay.
No digging.
Okay, have a great week and see you next week. Check out Patrick Riley's book, That's What Friends Are For. Get it. Amazon now. See ya.
Peace.